Good morning, all of you. Today we can start the next chapter, time and calendar. Okay, in that first we can discuss about time. All of you know how we measure time, using which instrument we measure time. All of you know that. What is it? Clock. Okay, all of you in your home, all of you see that clock. Now consider using this clock we can study the chapter time. Okay. Now all of you know how to read time. All of you know, or somebody have doubts, for that we can study what is the method for reading time. Okay, in that we know in a clock the numbers from 1 to 12 is marked like this. Okay, starting from 1, 2, 3 up to 12 we marked like this. And also there are two hands. Okay, two hands. One is a shorter hand is called minute hand. So that shorter hand is called hour hand and the longer hand is called minute hand. Okay, and also one more hand is there, always moving. What is this hand? That is second hand. Okay, in each second it is moving. That is this hand, that is second hand. Mainly we can discuss about these two hands, that is our hand, the shorter hand is called our hand. Okay, and the longer hand is called minute hand. That our hand represents the correct hour, which is the correct hour now. Now that our hand is pointed to which number here? 10. Is it? So what will be that time? 10 o'clock. Okay, and for 10 o'clock the minute hand should be where? At 12. Is it? I will show that with the minute hand if it is in 12. Now the correct time, what is this time? This is 10 o'clock. Okay, now if it is moving, the minute hand is moving like this one round, if it is taking one round like this, moving like this, to complete one rotation of this minute hand, 1 hour is needed. Okay, now what is the time now? Now it is 11 o'clock. Now the shorter hand is directed to, pointed to 11, and the minute hand is directed to 12. Now the time is 11 o'clock. Now for one full rotation of this minute hand, 1 hour take. Okay, then after 1 hour what will be the time? After 1 hour means that minute hand again take one more rotation, full rotation. Look, now what is the time now? Now it is 12 o'clock. Both hand is up to 12, so the time is 12 o'clock. Then after 1 more hour, when it moves, if it is again take one more rounds, what is the time now? If it is in 12 minute hand, now the time is 1 o'clock. Okay, in this way, in one day, how many times this minute hand rotate? Can you guess? How many times, how many round it take rotate this minute hand? Totally 24 times. Is it? Because we know from the morning noon 12 o'clock to midnight 12 o'clock, how many hours are there? 12 hours are there. Okay, 12 to then next 12, midnight 12 o'clock, total 12 hour. Then from 12 midnight to then we started from where? 12 noon. Again take 12 hours. Total 24 hours are there in one day. All of you know, in one day how many total hours are there? 24 hours are there. So in one day the minute hand rotate how many times? 24 times it rotates, one full rotation. Okay, for how many times it rotates? 24 times it rotates. Now you look, then if it is 1 o'clock, now it is 1 o'clock. Now after, can you see small lines in between this 12 and 1? In between this 12 and 1, 5 equal parts are there, 5 small parts are there, so that each parts are 1 minute. Okay, so from 12 to 1, how many minutes are there? 5 minutes are there. Now if the minute hand reach to here, now what will be the time? Our hand is on 1 and minute hand also 1. Now the time is 1:05. Okay, how we represent that time? 1:05. We can write that time as like this, 1:05. Okay, now if it is again reached to after 5 minutes, it reach up to 2. Now how many total minutes passed after 12? Here if it is reached to from 12 to 1, 5 minutes. Then 1 to 2, how many minutes? 5 minutes. Total 10 minutes minute hand passed. So now the time is what? 1:10. Okay, 1:10. Then if next 5 minutes, after 5 minutes it will reach where? At 3. Okay, now the minute hand reach at 3. Now the time is 1:15. Okay, 1:15 or quarter past. We can study the name in another way. Now the time only you study now. What is the time now? It's the minute. How many minutes passed after 1 o'clock? 15 minutes passed. Okay, now the time is 1:15. Next, again if it is 5 more minutes, now the time is 1:20. Okay, next if it is again, now the time is 1:25, 1:30. Okay, now the time is 1:30 or we can half an hour. Okay, when 30 minutes we can reach as half an hour. Next, now 1:35, 1:40, 1:45, 1:50, 1:55. Next 5 more minutes, then it reaches 60. Then 60 minutes. After 60 minutes it will reach the next hour. Now the time is 2 o'clock. Okay, all of you understand how to read the time. Now the time is 2 o'clock. Now you look, the shorter hand is up to 2, minute hand is at 12. So the time is 2 o'clock. Then after 1 more 5 minutes it will reach here 2:05. Next 2:10, 2:15, 2:20, 2:25, 2:30, 2:35, 2:40, 2:45, 2:50, 2:55. Now reach at 12. Now the time is 3 o'clock. So in 1 hour how many minutes are there? We see in 1 hour 60 minutes are there. Just like 1 minute, if for rotating this our minute second hand also, if it is 60 times it moves, then 1 minute it will 60 seconds. 60 seconds for one rotation of that, this for one full rotation of this second hand, then minute hand will move then 1 minute. Okay, after the complete rotation of the second hand, then the minute hand move just 1 minute, then again next 1 minute, like that. Okay, 1 minute, how many seconds will be? 60 seconds are there. Now half an hour. Half an hour means, we know 1 hour is 60 minutes. Then half an hour will be how many minutes? 30 minutes. Then quarter hour. Okay, quarter means കാൽ ഭാഗം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മൾ മലയാളത്തിൽ. ഓക്കെ, ക്വാർട്ടർ 15 minutes എന്നാണ് ക്വാർട്ടർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ദെൻ 3 quarter എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 45 minutes. ഓക്കെ, 3 quarter 45 minutes. Now we learned in a clock there are 2 hands. One is our hand. The shorter hand is called our hand. The longer hand is minute hand. Okay, and also in 1 day how many total hours are there? 24 hours are there. Okay, now next in 1 day the our hand moves how many times around the clock? In 1 day the our hand moves around the clock how many times? 2 times. Our hand move 2 times, take one rotation, because from 12 midnight to next 12, noon midnight, the our hand will move one round. Okay, then next midnight 12 to noon, then noon to 12 midnight also another round. So total 2 times our hand rotates in take one full rotation. The minute hand takes 1 hour to complete one round. Okay, for minute hand that we already learned, minute hand if it is take 1 round full for 1 hour take for complete rotation. ഈ മിനിറ്റ് ഹാൻഡ് ഇതിങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇപ്പോൾ നൗ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇൻ 12, ഇതിങ്ങനെ മൂവ് ചെയ്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ ഇവിടെത്തി നെക്സ്റ്റ് 12 എത്തുമ്പോഴാണ് ഒരു അവർ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആവുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ് ടൈം ദിസ് അവർ ഹാൻഡ് വിൽ റീച്ച് ടു നെക്സ്റ്റ് അവർ 4. Okay, now all of you understand how to read the time. Now next how we read the time, you look this in the textbook, you can see 12 o'clock, how we will write 12, then 2 dots like this. 5 minutes past 12. 5 minutes past 12 means 12:05. How we read that time? 5 minutes past 12. 12:05. Then I will show that. Okay. Now what is the time now? 3:05. Then we can read it as 5 minutes past 3. 3 o'clock കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് 5 minutes കഴിഞ്ഞു. അതെങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ പറയും? 5 minutes past 3. Then how we can read this? 10 minutes past 3. Okay, now it is 3:10. What is the time? 3:10. Or we can read 10 minutes past 3. Now this 3:15. Okay, 3:15, how we can read? 15 minutes past 3. 15 minutes past 3. Or instead of 15 we can read another name also, quarter. What is quarter? Quarter. Okay, quarter past 3. Okay, we can read quarter past 3. Next 20 minutes past 3. 20 minutes past 3. Next 25 minutes past 3. 30 minutes past 3. Or we can read it as half past 3. The 30 minute ആവുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് സ്പെഷ്യൽ നെയിം പറയാം, ഹാഫ് പാസ്റ്റ്. ഹാഫ് ആൻ അവർ അല്ലേ? 3:30 എന്നുള്ള ടൈം നമ്മൾ പറയില്ലേ, 3:30 എന്നൊക്കെ പറയും. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ എങ്ങനെ പറയാം? ഹാഫ് പാസ്റ്റ് 3. ഇനി അത് 4:30 ആണെങ്കിലോ, ഹൗ വി ക്യാൻ റീഡ് ദിസ് ടൈം നൗ? ഹാഫ് പാസ്റ്റ് 4. What is half past 4? Now what is this time? How you can read this time? 4. Now the shorter hand is between 4 and 5. Minute hand is at 8. Now how many minutes past? If it is reached here 30 minutes, then 35, 40. Then 40 minutes past 4. 40 minutes past 4. Now if it is in 45 minutes past 4. ഇത് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോൾ അവർ ഹാൻഡ് നെക്സ്റ്റ് നിയർ 5 ആണ്. 5നോട് അടുത്ത് എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട് കണ്ടോ, ബട്ട് 5 എത്തിയിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ തെറ്റിച്ചിട്ട് 5:45 എന്ന് പറയരുത്. വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ ടൈം? 4:45. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി 15 മിനിറ്റ്സും കൂടെ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ദ ടൈം വിൽ ബി 5 o'clock. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അവർ ഹാൻഡ് 5ൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് എത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. നൗ ദ ടൈം ഈസ് 4:45. ഓർ quarter 3/4 4. Okay, now after 15 minutes the time will be 5 o'clock. Okay, now what is this time? Just read this time. 20 minutes past 5. Okay, first you look the minutes, then hour. 20 minutes past 5. In this way we can read the time very easily and you can complete this. Okay, 20 minutes past 12. What will be the time? How we can write here? 12:20. 25 minutes past 12. 12:25. 30 minutes past 12. 12:30. Okay, now 12:45. How we can write here? 45 minutes past 12. 12:55. 55 minutes past 12. In this way you can complete this table very easily. Okay, then next we can study in the next class. Okay.